Guess who's back again. Sol is back. Tell a friend. Hello everyone, it's Sol, and today I've decided that I'm going to do a ghost experiences video because I saw my friend Georgie do this and it looked pretty cool and people seemed interested, so let's see if mine was any good. Also, I just want to say that none of these are actually fake, I'm actually telling the truth. I'm not making any of these up, because if you don't believe me then don't believe me, but they are definitely true. So the first one that I experienced is when I was about 9-10, and it was when my little sister was first born, Lexi, so this was like 5 years ago, and she had a baby swing, one of the electric ones. We put her in front of the telly one day and put it on like setting 2 because that was like quite calm. She just laid in it, and then I turned around, my mum went into the kitchen to do dinner or something, then I turned around and it was on like setting number 4, and she was full on fast swinging, and her face, her eyeballs were going to pop out of her face anytime soon, so I had to run over and get her out, and I just threw the swing across the room the other way so that I'd get out of the way of me picking up Lexi. And we thought that the battery went funny or something, so we changed the batteries, and it still kept doing weird stuff like flickering and changing settings and stuff. And then I remember one morning I went downstairs for a drink and it was like 4 in the morning and my dad was at work, he did night shift, and I remember walking down my banister and you can like see my front room through my banister, so I looked down and I saw these red lights, and then I heard this like dragging noise of something dragging on the floor. And I was like, what the hell is that? I went and walked in the front room, turned the light on full, and this swing was just like swinging and hitting the sofa, and it was just hitting it really hard, and the lights were on. It was on like setting 5, and it was going really hard, and I turned it off, got a drink, and then I heard it again, and it turned on again, and then I just took the batteries out for the night, and then my dad would just like sit there early hours in the morning, and it would just start randomly swinging for no reason whatsoever. And we've changed tons and tons of batteries, and it definitely was not the batteries or the circuit thing inside, because we checked all of that and it was not that, so we think there was a ghost pushing the buttons physically and swinging and stuff, and that was creepy. Another thing that I had was not really a ghost experience, well it kind of is, but I slept at my nanny's one day and I remember just dreaming for like the whole 10-hour sleep that I had. That was a good night's sleep. I remember just dreaming of me like in someone else's point of view all night, watching myself sleep, and I was literally just standing at the door and I was watching me like roll over in the bed, move the duvet and stuff, and that was just so freaky. I remember waking up and was like whoa, and I was like just really cold and horrible because I felt like I jumped bodies, and that was just so weird. I didn't like it. Lexi was born a tiny bit after my nanny died, and we thought that Lexi, when she was a baby, got reincarnated by my nanny, and she used to just sit there around me and like laugh and smile at the light, and it used to like flicker sometimes, and that was just really weird. And I remember this one time me and my mum having an argument because I wasn't eating my vegetables, and my nanny used to always like moan at me saying that I had to eat vegetables if not I wouldn't get afters. So I was sitting there one time arguing with my mum, and I remember Lexi was like, she could hardly talk, she could say mummy and daddy and Georgia or something, and literally she sat there and she just shouted like quite loud, and it was like a mumble, but it sounded like eat your vegetables, and it was like hey vegetable, and it was just so weird. That probably didn't sound like that. Another story that I've had is around my friend's house, Jade's. I really needed a wee one day, so I ran up these stairs and I was looking at the floor, just running up, trying to get to the top, concentrating on really, and then I remember I got halfway and I looked up and I just remember seeing this like head swing around the top of the stairs and go into Jade's mum's room, and it was like, the hair was probably like mid-length, maybe a bit longer, so I was like, oh that's Jade's sister, because it looked quite like her. And then I got to the top and I went to go walk into Jade's mum's room and nobody was in there. Hello, Lexi's came to join me. Look, she's got a One Direction top. Show the One Direction top. Look, show them. Sit up. Sit up. One Direction top. Oh, that's nice. I'm just telling them some ghost stories. You used to sit in that swing. No, it was downstairs in the front room. The electric one. And it had lights on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sit in it as a baby, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, you got your nails done. Show me your nails. George did her nails. So what nail varnish is that? Tiny Bear? What one?
2 Tiny Bear ones.
Wait, no,
There's 2 Tiny Bear ones.
Bright and early.
Bright and early. And yeah, Lexi used to be a baby and laugh and smile at the light, didn't you? She was a weirdo. And yeah, then I went to Jade's sister's room after I saw the head and was just like, did you used to go in your mum's room? She was like, no. And she's been sitting in the room for an hour. I was like, whoa, that's weird.
I want to go to Centre Parks again.
You want to go Centre Parks again?
Yeah, like the stadium one, like where we went. So I want the curly slide.
You were in my Centre Parks video.
Huh?
You were in my Centre Parks video, weren't you? What was you doing?
Where was that?
You were swimming and playing on the park. And on the bike.
Going on my bellies.
Yeah, going on your belly. Lexi's gone now. And I also remember one day I was standing up in Jade's room just spinning around being an idiot, and I just remember I stopped and I just sort of got my balance back and was normal, and I saw this black figure stand next to me when I looked in the mirror. Got a big mirror on the wall, and that was so scary. Lexi's talking, shut up. And this isn't really my experience, but it happened and I saw it like, on camera. My sister went to the Bakers a few weeks ago and she came running home like, oh, there's a ghost in the Bakers, they shoo me it. So I thought, oh, I need to see. So I ran around the Bakers and was like, oh, can I have a bacon roll? And I was like, George just said, you've got a ghost in your house in the Bakers. And they were like, oh yeah, come and see this. And the lady worked their phone in black and white out at the time in the corner. She was like concentrating on that chair and I was like, okay, where am I looking? And I looked at it and I could see it slightly moving and I was like, are my eyes going funny? And she was like, no. She was like, concentrate now. And then the chair full on started moving around the room and behind the till. And then when I told my dad, he was like, oh, someone was probably messing around and pulling it. But there was literally a gap between the desk and the chair where you can see open walk bits. And there was nobody there. And apparently the alarm got set off that same night or something, I think. And I think that's the ghost. Just saying. Another one is my sister. One morning my dad, one morning, it was like 3 in the morning. My dad was just sitting there one day and he was just sitting there asleep because he does night shifts sometimes and stuff. And he remembers hearing the door go and he looked outside quickly, no one was there. And then he went back to sleep. About an hour later, it was like 4 in the morning now, he saw a blonde head on our driveway walk in. And he just got up because he heard the door go as well, so the blonde head just came in. And he's walked around the corner and looked and it was like my sister just standing there. And she had huge eyes, like her eyes are really wide and it was all black and weird. And she said, where's mum? He was like, oh, upstairs. And then he just like had to guide her because you're not supposed to wake her up when they're asleep, walking or talking or whatever. Everywhere in this world is haunted in my head. Oh yeah, my mum, she told me this a few weeks ago, that she sits in the front room and my uncle who died, my great uncle, he's my granddad's identical twin. He had arthritis and he had really bony hands, and she was sitting in the front room once and she thought she saw like a bony hand that looked like his on our door handle, like holding it to push it open. It's not on the knobby ones, and she thought she saw a hand like pushing the door open a little bit. And we'll never know because we haven't really heard of anything in this house. Yeah, and she always says that she sees like black things fly past the stairs, past the door quickly and stuff. And I don't want to think of that because that's really, really weird. So, as I'm filming this on Saturday, I'm uploading this on Sunday, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and go and give your mum a hug, or do something nice to her, and be nice. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe to see more of me, and I'm going to do a really cool ending that's going to go with the song, because I know what song I'm going to do, so I will see you next week with another video. Bye!